Jiu-Jitsu stance when you're standing up. Alright, so this is a very general Jiu-Jitsu stance. I understand that you can be upright, and there's definitely times when you should be upright. There's times where you should be really low, and there's times where you can be in the middle. But the basic Jiu-Jitsu stance that I typically teach at TLA is going to be more of a wrestler's Jiu-Jitsu stance, because one, we do a lot of no-gi, and two, it's just a little bit easier for me to teach the wrestling Jiu-Jitsu stance, and then eventually later add in a little bit more of a judo stance than the other way around. All right. So when we're doing our Jiu-Jitsu stance, we're going to stand with our feet shoulder width apart, and then you're going to step one leg forward. Whatever one it is that you prefer to be forward is going to be your front leg. We're not going to take a really long step where we're like in the splits here. We're not going to take a really short step. It's just going to be a normal step. Here, all right? And now from here, my hands are going to be in front, and my elbows are in, all right? So we want our palms facing our partner or the ceiling. What we don't want is this here, like we're holding a purse. We don't want this, because then the tops of our wrists are exposed. People can grab our wrists and pin them down and control our arms. If we're here, when somebody grabs our wrist, it's really hard to get the top position on our arm. We're going to have to go underneath or to the side to try and get behind our wrist at the top. It's a lot easier for us to stop. If they grab underneath our wrist, they're literally giving us control of their wrist. All right? Secondly, if our wrists or if our hands are forward and up, it's easier for us to block and to grab. All right? Which is what we're going to be using our hands for, right? Here, I don't bend at the waist. All right? When I get low, I drop at the hips and the legs here. So my back is straight, but I do slouch my back a bit. So if I keep my elbows back, like if I keep my back straight, like typical posture, and my elbows in, you can see like there's a lot of space here for our opponent to try and get underneath. All right? When I round my back, not round my back, but curl my shoulders, it takes the space away from the inside of my armpits. I have greater reach with my elbows here. My head, like a deadlift, if I was trying to lift something heavy, is up like this, because people are going to try and pull on your head, right? If I'm looking down at the floor and somebody pulls my head, I'm going to be kissing the floor. We don't want that, obviously. So my neck is strong, little rotation of the shoulders, elbows in, hands up, drop my low. All right? That's the basic Jiu-Jitsu stance. So now if I'm moving, if I move to my right, I take a small step with the foot that's in the direction I'm going, and I follow with my trail leg. If I'm moving backwards, it's my back leg first, and my forwards. Left foot forwards, then my right. What I don't want is this. I'm moving to my left. Look how off balance I am right now. All right? I also don't want, now look how off balance I am. Somebody pushed me backwards or forwards, I'm at no base. Just like if I cross my feet, I have no base side to side. All right? So that's why it's small steps. Alright? Another thing that we teach with the Jiu-Jitsu stance is I don't want to keep going in straight lines, typically. Alright? If I'm constantly going forwards, it's going to be easy for my opponent to use that against me. Right? Constant forward pressure that can pull me forward. Alright? If I'm constantly moving backwards, it's not good either. So Let's say we're going out of bounds. I'm about to go out of bounds here. Instead, I keep going straight back, I'm going to circle. Okay? So this is the basic idea of our jiu-jitsu stance.